Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. Today I'm guiding you through a morning Hatha yoga stretch to wake up your body with some gentle movement and muscular stretch. So we'll get started by grounding and centering on our back. So find a comfortable place to rest onto your back. Bringing your thighs up towards the abdomen and knees to your chest. Finding a natural arc through your neck and relaxing the eyebrow center, closing your eyelids, and relaxing your lips, teeth, and tongue. Feeling the weight of your head at rest on the earth. And dropping down through the shoulders and lengthening along the spine. Taking a hold of your left knee and making some slow, wide circles away from the body and back towards your chest. Breathing here and beginning to gently open through your hip. Reversing the circle, moving the knee down and out and towards the heart. And back in towards center, taking a breath. Exhaling and dropping your knees over to the right. Opening across the heart and coming into a two-knee twist. Drawing your knees a little closer to your armpit. And if that feels too intense for your back, then draw the knees further out away. Feeling the left shoulder soften and your head turn towards the left. Breath expanding through your chest. Returning your head back to center, floating one leg up and then the other, and hugging your knees back towards center, relaxing your spine. And feeling the breath moving in and out through your nose as you begin to take wide circles through the right hip. Loosening up the hip joint. And reversing the circle. Moving on the flow of your breath, taking your time. Hugging both knees back towards the chest, and let's take our twist over towards the left. Perhaps drawing the knees a little closer to the armpit, softening across the heart. And feeling the breath expanding and opening across the chest, dropping your head over towards the right. Feeling a little lift at the back of the heart as you inhale. Exhale to relax through the body. Bringing your head back to center, floating one knee and then the other knee back towards your chest. Gather your knees towards the armpits and let the thigh bones hang towards the floor, flexing your feet and sending the soles of the feet to the sky, stacking ankles on top of knees and keeping the shoulders relaxed, your palms to the outer shin bones, ankles, or the outer blades of your feet. Breathing into the inner leg lines, through the groin and the hip joints. Breath rising and falling through the abdomen. And then slide your palms down to the outer knees. Help your knees in towards each other and set the soles of your feet to the ground, hip distance apart. Lengthen the arm bones alongside your body and widen through your feet, feeling into the four corners of your feet. Take a breath and tilt the pelvis up, floating your hips off the floor and rolling up the spine one vertebrae at a time until you reach the back of your heart. And we'll pause here in bridge pose. Feeling the tailbone extending to the backs of the knees and your collarbone floating towards your chin. Breath wide and expansive. If you'd like to deepen, roll each shoulder underneath you, interlace your palms together, and root the knuckles into the earth as you lift the pelvis just a little bit higher, activating the thigh bones. Relax the shoulders apart and roll down one vertebrae at a time, letting your tailbone touch down last. And then widen your feet apart to the edge of your mat and drop your knees in towards each other, relaxing through the lower back. Taking a breath in through the lower abdomen and out through open mouth. And we'll roll over to the side of our body, one palm to the floor as you roll all the way up. And we'll come up to a seated position, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Bringing the soles of your feet together, knees drop open, hug your heels closer to your groin. Take a big breath here. Expand up through the heart center and stay rooted down through the sits bones as you hinge from the hips, sliding your palms in front of your toes, interlacing your fingers, and resting the elbows either to the calf muscles or the upper thighs. Feel the tailbone rooted into the earth as the sternum at the center of your chest widens towards your toes. Close your eyes here and breathe deeply in through the groin, the pelvis, sacrum, hips, and lower back. Beautiful morning stretch. Completing the cycles of breath up into your chest. And then lifting up through your heart, crossing at your shin bones and rolling over to all fours. We'll take our palms under our shoulders and walk our knees back under our hips, tucking our toes. Moving into cat-cow pose to wake up the spine. We'll inhale to tilt the pelvis, arcing the heart forward, lifting your eyes upwards. And exhaling, rounding back, head dropping to the earth. Inhaling, pelvis tilts, heart draws forward, eyes lift. Exhaling, rounding back. And a few more times, feeling into the movement through the pelvis and along the spine. Bringing some gentle heat to the body. The next time you round your spine, pause here, shift your hips back towards your heels and feel into all 10 finger pads. We're rooting through the palms and feet and lengthening through the leg bones. And we're coming into downward facing dog. Soften a lot through the knees and fold the lower rib cage towards the tops of the thighs. Finding steady breath here. Decompressing the spine. And then let's drop back down to our knees. And we'll step our right foot forward and slightly off to the side, to the edge of the mat, so that the right arm's inside the leg line, both palms to the floor or onto some extra props or support. You can keep your back toes tucked and broaden the heart here, hugging the right thigh bone to the arm bone and breathing. Dragon pose. Dropping deeper down into the pelvis and the hips and hip flexor. Take a breath and shift both hips back. Draw the right leg around behind you and come into child's pose. Folding back, taking a breath. Inhaling, drawing up to all fours, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. And then let's come back down to all fours, stepping the left foot forward and over to the edge of the mat. Left palm to the inner leg line. Hugging the thigh bone to the arm bone, broadening the heart, sending your gaze to the top of your mat. And relaxing through the pelvis and hips. Taking one more full breath. Shifting both hips back. Left knee draws around behind you. Child's pose. And we'll stretch through the backs of the legs one more time. Last time to downward facing dog. See if you can draw your hips back a little bit more and curl the tailbone to the sky. Lengthening from the tip of your tailbone to the base of your skull. Let's relax back down to our knees. And we'll come back into a seated position. And we'll bring our legs into a wide straddle, flexing through our feet, adding some cushioning and support under your sits bones so you don't round through the lower back. And we'll take a big breath here, lifting up through the chest. Let's exhale and we'll bend our left knee and place the sole of the foot to the upper inner thigh. And we'll open through the side body here, taking the right arm to the inner leg line, elbow in line with the knee, and our left palm floating up to the sky. Broaden across the heart. If it's okay for your neck, turn and look up. Breathing as you root down through the left hip. And let's exhale to draw the top arm bone by our ear, reaching towards the toes. Rotating a little bit more through the rib cage, just like you're turning the heart towards the sun. Breathing in that fresh morning light. Inhaling to lengthen through the top fingers. Exhaling, arcing a little bit deeper. Big breath into the side body. And we'll stay connected to our center as we float all the way up. Taking a breath and extending the left leg to the edge of the mat, bending your right knee and placing the sole of the foot to the top of the thigh. Taking a big breath, bringing the left arm to the inner leg line, and you can always add some pillows under the forearm for more support. Rotate through the rib cage, reach the right palm up. Keep the top shoulder relaxed. Breath expanding up into your chest. And feeling into your body. Exhaling to draw the arm bone by your ear, reaching for the left toes. Rotating the heart slightly. Inhaling to lengthen through the fingertips and exhaling to deepen. Stay connected to your center as you float all the way up and extend both legs open into a straddle. And take a pause here, your palms down by your hips, closing your eyes. Inhaling and exhaling. Stay rooted through the sits bones and soften through the hip crease as you fold from the hip crease. Tailbone's rooted back, spine is long, heart is reaching forward. Relax your chin to a neutral position and place your palms on the ground in front of you. Reaching through the crown of your head, keeping your feet flexed. And your breath open through the chest. Soften your gaze point and feel the eyebrow center widen. If you're feeling a little bit more open this morning, reach your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. Inhaling to broaden the heart. Exhaling, pulse a little bit deeper. Hinging from the hip crease, spine long. And then place your palms under your shoulders, lift your heart, cross at your shin bones, and let's come into Sukhasana, easy sitting pose. Palms facing upwards to draw in that fresh morning light. Closing your eyes, relaxing your shoulders back over your hips, and bringing your head right over the pelvis. Simply noticing the easy, natural movement of your breath in and out through your nose. Starting your day from a foundation of peace and relaxation through your body. And noticing how a simple morning practice, even just 20 minutes, can transform your day. And let's bring our hands to heart center, and we'll take a breath in through our nose. Exhaling, closing with the sound of the Om. Big breath in. And having a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Please remember to subscribe to the channel so you get updated on new practices that come out, and also like and share this practice, and that really helps to support the growth of this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.